Welcome to 8th episode of HospeTalk. Hope you all are doing fantastic. हमारे आज के गेस्ट हैं शेफ तुषार मलकानी. He is the executive chef of the Yellow House, a heritage IHCL SeleQtions property in the heart of Goa. Chef Tushar has won many awards and proven his culinary skills and passion over the period of time. मुझे नहीं लगता ऐसा कोई अवार्ड जो शेफ ने ना जीता हो. He is true one of the legend in our hospitality industry. अगर आप एक किचन प्रोफेशनल हैं तो ये एपिसोड आपके लिए है. इसमें शेफ़ ने हमारे साथ बहुत खुलकर और बहुत कैंडिडली बातें की. Do not forget to share the hospitality love. Please do subscribe our channel and share it with your hospitality colleagues too. This encourages us to keep creating valuable content. So get ready to inspire, and as I always say, let's listen, learn and lead together. Hi, good afternoon, Chef.
Good afternoon.
First of all, thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule and give us the time. Right. So the very first one, the question of the podcast. Please tell us about your journey. I mean, how did it started?
So it all started with a dream, basically. Not my dream. Mm-hmm. My dream was to be a pilot. But it all started when I lost my father at the age of 4. It was his dream to be a chef.
I'm so sorry.
And his letter that was written was given to me when I reached 10th standard, when I could understand what is life and how it is by my mom. So coming from a background of all IAS officers and all politicians in the house, I was the only one who was dedicated to pursue what I wanted to do in life. And I had no barricades in my house to do what I want in life and make my career in. So to fulfill his dream, I started off, just to be more sure whether should I do hotel management or culinary arts. I did a career guidance course kind of a thing, where the education specialist help you choose a career depending on different aptitude tests, and that's where it came that not hotel management, but yes, something creative, that is culinary arts. Then finding out about culinary arts and getting things prepared in a different way, because then I heard that for IHMs you have to write an all India level entrance and all those things. Came to know that there are only 2 institutes in India. The oldest one is Culinary Academy of India, formerly known as Indian Academy of Catering Technology and Culinary Arts in Hyderabad. And one of the best and the 4th best in the world at present. 27 years now in the business. Today also they have 60 students, out of which the localites are only 20 outsiders and 20 management seats. So the numbers don't increase, whomever you may be. They have a strict 8 entrance points on which the student is selected and kept on a watch for the initial 6 months of the course. That's the first year.
Alright.
So then started writing exam, did the preparation of all India level, gave a lot of exams, gave a lot of personal interviews, gave a lot of JDs of different colleges. That includes Kohinoor, Khandala and all these institutes. And it was a dream that either I get through this or it was IHM A, that is IHM Aurangabad. So I had got selected in both the places, but the preference was to do it from the best. Because if you do it from the best, you are the best.
Absolutely.
And I got through Culinary Academy. I had already paid 50% of the admission fees in Taja Aurangabad. That's IHM Aurangabad basically. But then, when you get through Culinary Academy, there is no saying a no. And I withdrew from there and I joined Culinary Arts. Initially, I was very excited, to get through and start off the journey as a chef. I thought it's not that a difficult task. But when the way the college teaches you, and at the end of the 3rd year you realize what you are. So in the first year itself, I think in the 8th month or the 9th month of the course, a lot of people couldn't cope up with, because they had left engineering and had come to do culinary arts. Somebody had, entered MBBS and they couldn't cope up, so they entered culinary arts, thinking that, it's a very easy field.
Yes.
But they didn't understand the technicalities or the science behind cooking, the subjects involved, because first year is little generic, but yes, centric towards culinary arts. So we started off, the first year went, the second year went for industrial training, got more exposure with Lila Mumbai, understanding what commercial kitchens look like, what expectations are, and then realize, what we learn in college also, there are a lot of things which I got a twist, but yes, we are taught that there. So there was nothing new that, I didn't know about. And the final year being the biggest year, having the major subjects into culinary arts, your gad manjar, your charcuterie, and ice carving, thermocol carving, wax sculptures, learning cruise galley, because our college is the only institute in India which gives you that, you can say you have to go and do your 6 months FPP there.
All right.
In kitchen, because the galley kitchens are done up by the cruise liners themselves, and as a part of the placements, students are placed in cruise liners first, and out of that also people who come from a little low background, or people who've taken a loan to repay their education loan, but are very keen on pursuing culinary, they usually offer cruise courses because the salary barricades are higher. It's again, part and parcel.
Yes.
Whereas in hotel you start off in a lower note, but you have to understand that going on a cruise and working on a cruise is way different from working in hotels. So it's again your choice. So then when I reached the final year, I realized that there is a lot more into this, and by the time the batch came down to 18 students from 60.
Okay.
Because after industrial training also a lot of people themselves quit the course and they went off.
Right.
And out of that 18 also we were only 11 people who graduated, and I'm not saying they didn't graduate, they graduated, but they all had a backlog in one of the subjects. So the whole funda is you get a single mark sheet with your 5 semesters.
Okay.
So third year is 1 semester, first and second year is 2 semesters.
All right.
So it's such a big mark sheet that is given by the Osmania Deemed University,
Right.
which has no backlog.
All right.
So those students are the best. That's how
Like clearing it in
the
one
27 years and the
Yes.
legacy of Culinary Academy is. And I got selected with ITC, and that time we had ISTA group of hotels,
Right.
which was owned by the son-in-law of Mr. M.S. Oberoi. And then ISTA was given over to Hyatt, and then Hyatt took over all the ISTA properties. It was a collaboration done. And then the journey started. Yes, initially it was tough because multiple kitchens, and you had to actually impress Chef Imtiaz to get into his kitchen that is in Peshawari and Dampuk. It's a tough job because you find all Qureshis in those kitchens.
Yes.
But it's end of the day when you're with ITC and you don't learn Bukhara, you don't learn Dampuk, or you don't learn Peshawari, it's not a complete journey.
Yes.
So this thing I opened with my Chef de Cuisine, I opened for the restaurant known as Westview, which became an all ladies kitchen after n years. So the service was done by ladies. So in ITC they came up with a funda that one floor dedicated to ladies travelers for
wonderful.
security purposes.
Okay.
So they have that security of staying with ITC, being safe, secure, the security guard, the housekeeping, the restaurant service. It's not like you can't go into that, but you can't go on that floor where the single ladies are staying.
All right.
So that was the concept that came out, and then I got transferred back to Peshwa Pavilion after doing little bit of Dampuk and Peshawari, because any which was Indian cuisine was not my forte, but that eagerness to learn that dal makhani and your kakori sheikh was always there back of the mind. Because when you want to grow, you always think of doing multitasking and understanding different cuisines, even though you know the base.
Yes.
So what different they do? See, they are all, I can say, ustads, the masters.
Yes.
They are master chefs. Not the TV master chefs, the actual master chef who have mastered that cuisine. So learning, we say learn from the horse's mouth himself.
Yes.
So learning from them And their teaching methods, the way they put the masalas, the way they make their own masalas, the combination, the blends, a lot of things to learn. Nobody will catch your hand and teach you. You have to learn. So then I started there, moved on to Trident Nariman Point as a sous chef, was handling Frangipani, grew up to a CDC, and the busiest restaurant of Trident at that time, because the Oberoi Towers was obviously shut for the attack, so it was not operating, and the entire traffic was diverted to Trident. And that time we opened Trident BKC. That was a new property that was still under opening, pre-opening stage.
Right.
So I was handling Frangipani, one of the busiest. So apart from a la carte, we started doing the buffets because we had one building shut already because of the attacks and renovations. Learned a lot of international cuisine there. Learned a lot in depth of your pre-plates, your European pre-plates, because IRD is attached to it, a la carte is attached to it, buffet is attached to it. So, a lot of busy operations going on all day. And plus VIP guests. So we were catering to the Belvedere Club where Mr. Ambani used to come. That's where the entire talk happened, and Oberoi started having a stake of Mr. Ambani into the company. And that's how the Jio World Drive came into evolution in today's time. So again, if you join Jio, you have Oberoi letters issued to you, Oberoi Hotels and this thing. So Jio is a part of Oberoi's. So that's how the entire thing revolved. Then I thought, just why not move on ahead. I moved on from hotels to wanted to get a hang of your corporate. So I entered Cafe Coffee Day as a territory manager.
All right.
For Western Zone, handling 332 cafes for food and operations. So I started tiring cafes depending on the locality and area, because at that time in every kilometer we had 3. And all 3 serving the same thing. How does it make sense? So we started tiring cafes because we combined the vending division with CCD. So Express was a separate vending division. Got in food into action because that time we used to outsource our food. We started having our own kitchens.
Okay.
In the outlets where we started developing our own recipes, getting breads which are in frozen form at that time. So to understand what food is beyond cooking and giving that fresh thing to them, came up with beverage development, came up with alliance marketing to basically promote and grow business. From there, yes, I moved on again, and then I moved on to Khar Gymkhana. I was heading Khar Gymkhana. Apart from Khar Gymkhana, the trustees themselves had 6 standalone restaurants, my bosses. So apart from Khar Gymkhana, that was an additional role given to me to handle that, because it's the same people running it. And we opened the first brewery of Mumbai by the name of Kaitlyn's, and the first signature restaurant where I was a face chef or the brand chef by the trustee. It was Culinary Tales in Mumbai, and came up with 3 branches of that and ran it till the second lockdown. And post that, then the trustees decided to give the premise on rent, because 2 of the buildings went for redevelopment because they were old structures. And then we decided, and I moved on. I went back to Hyderabad from there. I became the culinary director for Good Food Guys. So we were having a 19,000 square foot central facility producing 75,000 meals a day. So that included our villas, where we had tied up with Saffron Stays. So we had taken villas. We had hotels, 3-star hotels in Hyderabad, standalone hotels, owner properties, management is ours, kitchen is ours. We had 6 clubs or lounges. We had 18 restaurants that we were running from that entire center premise, and we had a separate catering division wherein I had 6 executive chefs under me, totally handling different divisions. So we had a corporate catering division, we had a bungalow catering division where we used to do curated menus for house parties. Not like this is a menu, this is a grid, 1300 this much, 1800, no. Your occasion, your venue, we give you a menu curated. Coming up with concepts. Corporates, yes, we were not like Compass. We were not like any other company where we used to run their canteens, but we used to go cater, get out of the premise. So we had clients like Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Then our signature restaurant was Cloud Dining, the Sky Dining, 27-seater, 110 feet in the air, curated 5-course menu.
All right.
in high-tech city. So that was a concept that we came, and then later on a lot of people came up with that concept. In fact, Goa also has one. So that's how the thing there, and from there I moved on to Goa. At that time we had started some 8 villas in Morjim, and our outlet got sealed due to some reasons of CRZ issues because of some illegal construction on the beach. And that time I got an opportunity to start this property, and I'm here from that time.
Done. I mean, wow. काफ़ी लंबी जर्नी रही है आपकी.
Yes.
राइट, बट इट इज़ अमेजिंग. राइट, आई एम श्योर आपने बहुत हार्ड वर्क किया है. राइट, बट अगेन अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, राइट, आपके हिसाब से क्या लगता है कि शेफ़ इस इंडस्ट्री में अगर आपको सक्सेसफुल होना है, राइट, तो उसके लिए ऐसे कौन से एफर्ट्स लगते हैं?
एफर्ट्स आज के टाइम पे देखिए, दिस यंग किड्स हु आर कमिंग इन ये सब यूट्यूब इंस्टाग्राम से इंस्पायर्ड है
जी.
एंड यूट्यूब इंस्टाग्राम से खाना नहीं बनता है. सी आफ्टर आई कैन से इट्स अ डिबेट लाइक अ सेलिब्रिटी शेफ एंड अ सेलिब्रेटेड शेफ. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. If you are a celebrated chef, you can become a celebrity chef.
Yes.
So whoever on TV are not celebrity chefs. They are not celebrated chefs because they've never seen the industry, but they wear a chef jacket. So people get inspired. The students, the younger generation get inspired by these guys, which is a wrong myth. Patience नहीं है, attitude right नहीं है, basics correct नहीं है. They want fast money. They want promotions. They want increment. They want everything.
Done.
But then this is not how it has to be. So till you don't get it right, it is not going to be right.
Agreed.
तो ये लोग को जो हम मैं उसको इस हिसाब से डिस्क्राइब करूँगा कि they have to have that कि हाँ भाई हम होटल मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हैं या हम culinary arts कर रहे हैं. You have to be patient.
Right.
एंड दे हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द लॉन्ग वर्किंग आवर्स. सभी करते हैं, हम भी करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है नहीं करते हैं. बट यू आर हियर टू वर्क व्हेन अदर पीपल आर ऑन ऑफ.
यस.
बिकॉज दैट इज़ व्हाट गेट्स यू योर ब्रेड एंड बटर. सो एटीट्यूड इज़ नॉट राइट. तो मेरे लिए इनके लिए यही है कि यू शुड हैव दैट पेशेंस एंड गिव इट दैट टाइम. बिकॉज वी से ना एवरीथिंग कम्स विद टाइम. यू कांट रेस अगेंस्ट टाइम. यू कांट.
Absolutely. The word patience, right? मेरे अभी तक जितने भी पॉडकास्ट हुए हैं मैंने किए हैं, ये हर एक ने बोला है. Every industry leader thinks, right, that जो आज की जनरेशन है, they need to have a patience, right? Experience comes with the patience, right? To have understanding of something, right? You need to spend some time on it. उसी के बाद राइट जब आप उस चीज़ को देखोगे समझोगे, ओनली देन यू विल बी एबल टू डिलीवर इट. यू कैन नॉट स्किप एनी ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस, राइट. एंड इट वॉज अमेजिंग, राइट, दैट इवन यू मैंशनिंग कि पेशेंस रखना इस अपने आप में एक बात है, प्लस एट्रीब्यूट्स, राइट. सो प्लीज़.
सो वही है ना, मैं जिस हिसाब से बता रहा था, इनको है ना फास्ट ग्रो करना है. बस मैंने एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ़ बन जाना है. 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हुआ, वो सोचता है मैं शू शेफ़. 5 साल में आदमी सीढ़ी भी नहीं पहुंचता.
जी.
बट 5 years में इफ़ यू आर अ शू शेफ़ देन यू गिव मी दैट ट्रायल ना व्हाट आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग.
जी.
एंड मेरे को वो नहीं चाहिए जो आपको आता है बनाने, बिकॉज यू विल शो मी दैट व्हाट यू नो. एंड मल्टीटास्किंग नहीं है. आज के टाइम में मल्टी क्यूजिन किचन चाहिए. वाई डू यू थिंक वी हैव ऑल डेज?
यस.
वाई नॉट स्पेशलिटी रेस्टोरेंट्स एवरीवेयर? यू थिंक एवरी स्पेशलिटी रेस्टोरेंट डज बिजनेस, बट ऑल डेज डू बिजनेस because all days cater to your IRDs also. All days cater to your buffets also. So it's more about world cuisine in today's time than a centric cuisine. Comfort food, yes, everybody has their own comfort food.
जी.
बट इनको है ना वो शेफ कोट पहन लिया तो लगता है भाई हमने बनना है. आज के टाइम आई विल गिव यू लॉट ऑफ एग्जांपल्स वे पीपल आर गेटिंग एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ जॉब डायरेक्टली आफ्टर अ शू शेफ. फॉरगेट इवन द बीच का 3-4 लेवल.
हाँ, हायरार्की में तो अब आप सीन इट नाउ.
एंड सैलरी, बस हमको इतना पैसा चाहिए. इनको वही दिखता है पैसा. 9 आवर्स से ज़्यादा ड्यूटी नहीं करनी. 9 आवर्स में भी 2 घंटा टाइम पास, 2-3 घंटा टाइम पास. एक दिन एक्स्ट्रा कर लो, अगले दिन बंक मारते बिना बोले. मतलब दिस इज नॉट वॉट वी आर टॉट, दिस इज नॉट ethics what we are taught in our college. When we graduated, we took that ethics. For example, today we will not, however, whatever our senior is also, we will never disrespect them. We will always have that respect of the designation the person is also holding. The person will realize whether it's right or wrong, that is a later stage. But today's generation, they are ready to back answer. That is a very wrong thing. See, today we've also reached somewhere, so we've seen that and we've come. Na?
तो शेफ ये गैप कैसे क्रिएट हुआ? आई मीन फ्रॉम योर जनरेशन और फ्रॉम योर टाइम, आई वाज रॉन्ग देयर यूजिंग द वर्ड जनरेशन, फ्रॉम योर टाइम टू करंट टाइम, ये गैप इतना बड़ा कैसे बन गया?
क्योंकि कॉलेजेस इनकलकेट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो अपने सीट्स भरने पे तुले हुए हैं. आप मेरे को बताओ, एक प्रोफेसर जो पहले एथिक्स डाले बनने में, एटीट्यूड सही करे बनने में, किसी का डैड होटलियर है, एग्जाम्पल
जी,
मैंने तो मेरे डैडी का धंधा बैठना है, मैं तो डिग्री लेने आया हूँ, तो बॉस तुम डिग्री लेके जाओ, बट ये एटीट्यूड लेके, सोशल मीडिया का इन्फ्लुएंस देख के, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर ब्रेन वॉश्ड.
ऑलराइट.
एंड वो मेंटालिटी आप सही नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज दे बैक आंसर एनीबडी, दे बैक आंसर देयर पेरेंट्स. सो फॉरगेट इवन व्हाट दे डोंट फॉर, यू कैन सी देयर अपब्रिंगिंग आल्सो इन ऑल दीज थिंग्स. If you can do it at home, then why not outside? It's not a big deal. They don't understand the professionalism that they need to maintain, and to have see whatever it is. Even we get frustrated from inside being leaders. There are a lot of things, but then that doesn't mean that we disrespect somebody. For example, if I have a pot wash guy, I always ask him morning breakfast, did you go have your breakfast? It's not my job. But it's a team. They don't wash my plates, they don't wash my utensils. I have nothing to do. It's all linked together. Same way, our service team, they serve our food. If we are preparing the food, they are the face of the restaurant. That gesture and all these things, you can't get frustrated and irritated. If your leader is telling you something, he's telling it for your good, because he has seen that.
Yes.
You can't compare your 10 years of experience with somebody who's got more 5 years of experience, because he's seen that extra 5 years in the industry. You can't compare it to that, right?
Absolutely.
So ये गैप बहुत ज़्यादा हो गई है, एंड कॉलेजेस डालते ही नहीं है, क्योंकि सब इतने हो गए हैं. बेस्ट में तो जाते नहीं हैं, प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में जहाँ पैसा दे दिया वहाँ एडमिशन हो गए, बस कर लिया, क्योंकि उनको मालूम है अगर कुछ नहीं समझ में आया, अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं आए, तो होटल मैनेजमेंट तो है ही करने के लिए. 50% में भी मिल जाता है, यूनिवर्सिटी अलग हो जाएगी. 50% भी आ गया 10th में, 40% भी आ गया 12th में, मेरे को तो एडमिशन मिलना है. मुंबई नहीं मिला तो यशवंतराव मिलेगा, नहीं तो यूके की कोई यूनिवर्सिटी मिलेगी. 1 साल डैडी मम्मी का पैसा और खर्चा करके यूके चलेंगे, घूम घाम के आ जाएंगे. उसके बाद क्या? हैव यू चॉक्ड आउट व्हाट योर future or current plan is going to be, or your future plan is going to be after you go to UK?
So basically you are saying that from day one, right, the thought process has to be so crystal clear. I mean, that it is a time that जो एक लॉन्ग ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट है इंडस्ट्री के लिए, राइट, जो पेंडिंग चल रही है, वो अब इज़ द राइट टाइम, वो बच्चे को अब डे 1 से ही देनी शुरू करनी पड़ेगी, सो दैट वंस दे डन विद देयर एजुकेशन, राइट, देव बिन उनकी जो अपब्रिंगिंग है विद इन द इंडस्ट्री वो काफ़ी अच्छे ढंग से होनी चाहिए. इज़ द राइट टाइम?
आई थिंक इट इज़ द राइट टाइम. द राइट टाइम हैड कम पोस्ट द कोविड ओनली. बट द थिंग इज़ कि मतलब जो यंगर जनरेशन है ना, इनको है ना वो फास्ट चाहिए हर एक चीज़
जी.
फास्ट लाइफ में कुछ नहीं आता है. लाइफ है ना वो प्लान करी गई है
जी.
सो एवरीथिंग कम्स विद टाइम. यू कांट रन विद टाइम और अगेंस्ट टाइम. जिसको जो लिखा है वो उसको मिलना ही है
जी.
बट उसके लिए आपको खुद को भी तो परस्यू करना है वो चीज़ को. आप खुद एफर्ट्स नहीं डालोगे और आप एक्सपेक्ट करोगे कि कोई दूसरा क्यों सिखाएगा कोई किसी को जाके. जब आपने कॉलेज में नहीं सीखा तो मैंने क्या सिखाना है आपको, बिकॉज यू डोंट नो योर बेसिक्स. मैं क्या एक्सप्लेन करूँगा? तो मैं तो आपको गधा मजूरी वाले ही काम कराऊँगा ना, आपको तो करना है. मेरे को क्या करना है, कंपनी आपको सैलरी दे रही है, आपको काम करना है, तो मैंने को जो एक्स्ट्रा काम करवाना है वो मैं आपसे करवा लूँगा, और जो है एक्चुअली कैपेबल मैं उसको इनकरेज करूँगा।
ग्रेट।
तो मैं उसके पीछे अपना एनर्जी, अपना टाइम डिवोट करूँ, जिसको ग्रो करना है ढंग से, who's eager. But when your attitude is wrong, who's going to do it? It's not for me as a in a leadership role, but it's about everybody, every leader, because all of us have seen that kind of time in the industry, ups and downs, everything, and we've come up. So we also try to tell them, या मैं भी उनको यही मोटिवेट करता हूँ कि आपको इस तरीके से करना है, you should know your basics. आज के टाइम में वो फ्यूजन फूड 2-4 मिशेलिन शेफ्स को देख लिया, बॉस उनके बेसिक्स राइट है, वो पानी पूरी के साथ रसम भी दे सकता है क्योंकि उसको बेसिक्स मालूम है, उसको पेयरिंग मालूम है। आपने 4 साल नहीं निकाले, आपको पेयरिंग क्या समझ में आएगा? मतलब 3 साल डिग्री में मैंने सब कर लिया, काइंड ऑफ द ब्रेन्स दैट दे हैव।
डन। I'll move to the next question, Chef, right? What does the future look like for you, I mean, for the industry?
The future is very bright. Brands are expanding. For example, IHCL. They are expanding. Company is expanding. The growth is there for everybody. But you have to have your own right attitude to get towards it. Having the wrong attitude won't get you anywhere in life. So, and again, if you see, our company is got the best companies to work for in the world in 2024. So it is not that because, it is just for the saying purpose. They actually value their employees. They actually, put that extra effort into training, developing each and every employee from each and every department, let it be from your gardeners to everybody, to get that attitude right. There are training modules which are so simplified for us, the associate level, which can go in the brain, but grasping that and going ahead is important. But when you have a blockhead in your head only, nobody can help you in this world. So industry is growing. There is a lot of requirement of quality associates, GSAs, kitchen, culinary team, and everything in all aspects. But if your attitude is not right, the other person who's got the right attitude gets it.
Got it. And Chef, again, as per my understanding, हर एक लीडर का एक अपना ढंग होता है, राइट, टू रन अ टीम. So what is your secret keeping your team happy and engaged?
So see, for me, my thing is, as a leader, I am not short-tempered. But when I get angry, it comes on my second in command. It doesn't come on the team. But yes, there are times because when busy operations are there, when you have guests on your head and you are sold out, and during that time, if the person doesn't know and without even asking does a wrong thing, see, because end of the day today, there are a lot of factors involved. We are responsible for our costings, we are responsible for a lot of things, even small things, even one extra staff we are responsible for. So considering that pressure also, as I said, if the attitude is not right, things don't roll out. And that is where, I lose the cool, but then yes, I always try to maintain a balance. I always motivate my staff. I understand if my staff is also working extra, even I am there to support them during that times. It is not that, I go sit in the house. So that is there, and I always, see to that whenever the operations are going, I'm always in my kitchen. I don't sit in the office and demand. And I personally go and cook orders also. That is what I like.
All right.
So, extending your hand also, then the people also understand that if my ex chef can come and cook on the range, then we can remove the orders also faster. We don't need him to come inside. He can just stand there and read the KOTs, or maybe dispatch the food and garnish the food or taste the food before it goes to the guests. And I always do that, and I don't lose my cool on them. Is only reason being is because losing the cool will spoil the environment, and I don't want to spoil the environment for my team because they are my strength, and I am nothing without my team. And when we are in busy operations, you need that 4 hands also extra to get that thing to sail through. without any issues.
Done. And chef, again, is there anything in the industry which you would like to change?
So for me, what I would like to change is basically the wrong attitude of people who are following. So these generations, the younger generations who are coming, and the older generations also, they also have to open up and start educating their team members. So जब तक आप वो खुद नहीं करोगे, आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो सामने वाले से. That's what I said. No, it's always give respect and take respect. You don't encourage somebody, why will somebody do something for you? उनका तो एटीट्यूड खराब है, आप भी वही रख रहे हो, तो वो तो क्लैश ही होने वाला है. इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी लाइक टुगेदर
जी.
एंड दिस रन इज टुगेदर. ये वो इंडिविजुअल वाली रेस नहीं है. व्हेन इट कम्स टू केटर टू द गेस्ट एंड विद द टाइप ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड्स, ब्रांड स्टैंडर्ड्स दैट यू मेंटेन, इट्स नॉट ओनली विद my company, it's everywhere. I'm talking about something very generic. Every you have to have that wow factor created for your guests, and to create that, it's not one man show, it's a teamwork. So it's not only about my team kitchen, my service is equally involved, my front desk is equally involved, my housekeeping is equally involved. So it's multiple factors to deliver that wow experience. वो एक से खुश होकर दो से ना खुश है तो वो भी सही नहीं है. So it's one thing, and they have to understand. The younger generations don't do teamwork. अरे वो सर्विस वाला है, मेरे को तो यही देखना है. एटीट्यूड. बिकॉज ये लोग ने वो देखा ही नहीं है ना, इनको हार्डशिप्स देखनी ही नहीं, इनको एवरीथिंग केक वॉक चाहिए, तो वो होगा नहीं. क्योंकि फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2 साल का मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम कहीं भी कर लिया, मैं तो शू शेफ बन गया. ये वो देखो कॉमी 3 है अभी भी 6 साल के एक्सपीरियंस में या 4 साल के एक्सपीरियंस. बस यू हैड द मनी टू गो एंड स्टडी. वो अप्रेंटिस से भी निकल के आ सकता है. जब उसने इसी होटल में 2 साल दिए हुए एज एन अप्रेंटिस जहाँ आपने डिग्री करी है, तो वो उसकी मजबूरी है जी. बट ही इज़ 100 टाइम्स बेटर देन यू इन प्रोडक्टिविटी. सो मेरे लिए तो वो मोटिवेशन है ना, कि ये मोटिवेशन है. इसने कोट पहन लेना है, इसने बॉस बनना है उसका. प्रोडक्टिविटी तो वही निकाल रहे हैं ना, आप जा रहे हो क्या? सो वो बहुत गलत एटीट्यूड है. यू पुट 2 more hands and see the work gets done 200 times better.
Done.
So ये सारी चीज़ें that we should be changing it. What I feel. The right attitude.
Right.
Towards anything.
Done. Moving forward, chef, जो आजकल के young travelers हैं, right? highly active on Instagram, right? आज की डेट में तो रिव्यू तक Instagram पे, I mean, if and that is with me also, right? If I have to visit, I'll just straight away start finding कि Instagram पे इस जगह में क्या है, मेरे लिए क्या है, right? Relatability we're talking about here, right? So what do you do for such travelers? Like, I mean, in terms of food, is it a challenge? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I mean, how does it?
So see, it's a good thing that I've seen. See, there are good and bad also, because you can't predict what the person is going to post. यहाँ उसका कहाँ एक्सपीरियंस ख़राब हुआ है, until unless if we know that there is some experience which is not good, so we try to cover it up, or we call it the service recovery that we do. But जैसे ये आते हैं, इन्होंने क्या करना है, वो शो करना है. वो खाना भले वो टेस्ट में कैसा भी हो, अगर वो इंस्टाग्रामेबल प्लेट में उनकी स्टोरी बन गई, उनके लाइक्स बन गए, उनका काम बन गया. Because they feel Instagram has become a mode of becoming influencers, and also a lot of people are getting fake influencers. They are buying influencers to become creators. You can't become a creator till you don't have proper content. So you need to have that zeal in you, and we always, whatever it is in today's world, we have to survive with it from the business perspective of the hotel. So we go out of the way and do it. So even if you keep 4 pieces of chocolate, wow, we got amenities. तो वो 4 पीस चॉकलेट एंड 5 पीस फ्रूट बास्केट का बड़ा चढ़ा के डाल सकता है
जी.
हमें वो होटल में नहीं मिला था, लेकिन यहाँ मिला. So this is a good hotel.
Okay.
And there are a lot of people who get influenced by this also. That is also wrong. आपने खुद ने एक्सपीरियंस किया है क्या? How do you know what they have done? Maybe they are not right in certain way. तो वो कंपटीशन मार्केट के चक्कर में सोशल मीडिया इज प्लेइंग अ डिफरेंट गेम.
Right. But is it in our favor or?
It all depends. It can be negative, it can be positive. But obviously you will try to get it in positive mode because आज के टाइम पे that is a source of marketing. It's a tool of marketing.
Yes.
So you know always we try to and you know then these guys come and demand चीज़ें. वो समझ में आ जाता है कि वो demanding guest है.
But like you know Instagram की बात हो रही है, आपके खाने में या आपके द वे यू प्लेट राइट द फूड राइट, क्या उसमें चेंजेस आए?
नहीं आते. सो सी व्हेनेवर व्हाट द वे इट इज प्रेजेंटेड इट इज प्रेजेंटेड. यस सर्टेन थिंग्स वी डू प्लेट इट थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे करके, कंपोनेंट्स वही है
जी.
प्लेटर चेंज हो जाते हैं या कुछ हो जाता है, दैट्स इट. बाकी देयर इज नथिंग. नो समबडी इफ यू आर एन इन्फ्लुएंसर बट यू डोंट टेल मी यू आर एन इन्फ्लुएंसर, यू कॉल इट, तो आई विल गिव इट टू यू द वे इट इज.
ओके.
सो वो तो फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता. मतलब प्लेट वही चीज़ है, सॉस में भी ये साइड के बदले में ये साइड लग गई
जी,
या मे बी वन एडिशनल थिंग वी एडेड टू इट, गार्निश और समथिंग ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा. सो दैट वे.
डन. Chef, I know I'm going to get an exciting answer for this, right? So describe an ideal hospitality professional.
Ideal hospitality professional is discipline, self-discipline first for me. Very important. And maintain your grooming standards. आज के टाइम पे वो है ही नहीं. हेयर कट्स देख लो, मतलब मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है वो बार्बर को भी पैसा क्यों दिया है उसने कि जो यहाँ के बाल निकले हैं यहाँ के वैसे ही हैं. एंड बोलने के बावजूद भी नहीं करते. नहीं करते. दे डोंट हैव ग्रूमिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स. मतलब एटीट्यूड ही रॉन्ग है. सो फॉर मी एन आइडियल गाय जो खुद लाइफ में डिसिप्लिन है ना, एंड जो ही इज़ रेडी टू क्रॉस हिज ओन बाउंड्रीज टू क्रिएट दैट डिफरेंस, वो आगे बढ़ता जाएगा. उसको कोई नहीं रोक सकता, कोई दुनिया की ताकत नहीं रोक सकती. बिकॉज व्हेन यू हैव दैट ज़ील, वी से दैट ज़ील इन यू और दैट फायर इन द बेली, आपको बढ़ना है आगे, आपको कोई नहीं रोक सकता, आप बढ़ सकते हो.
डन. I'm sure you must have done or hired n number of employees, you know,
right.
during your career, right? So what are the attributes which you look in a you know in your team कि अच्छा ये लड़का ये कर रहा है तो I should hire him, अच्छा इसमें अभी वो नहीं है. So what are those attributes?
सी ट्रेनिंग हम दे सकते हैं
जी,
मोल्डिंग हम कर सकते हैं, बट मैं सबसे पहले देखता हूँ कि बंदे का एटीट्यूड क्या है. भले वो कॉमी 3 क्ला है
जी,
हेल्पिंग नेचर है नहीं है, एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स करेगा समझ के कि हाँ जैसे सी ये लोग के पास में ना ओनरशिप नहीं है चीज़ों की. ये लोग ओनरशिप लेके नहीं करते. ये लोग 9 to 9 का शिफ्ट कर, जो 9 आवर्स का शिफ्ट करते हैं ये लोग वो सोच समझ के नहीं करते, बस हमको ड्यूटी करनी है, मेरे को पगार आनी है. बट जब आप चीज़ों की ओनरशिप लेते हो ना, सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड विद द एटीट्यूड, द बॉडी लैंग्वेज, द ड्रेसिंग सेंस कि ये बंदा आगे चल के आपको प्रॉब्लम देगा या नहीं देगा. सो जैसे ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ ईयर्स एक्सपीरियंस से हम आदमी के चाल चलन से भी आदमी को जज कर लेते कि हाँ भाई ये बंदा सही है ये गलत है, भले वो कॉमी 3 है या भले वो अप्रेंटिस है. एटीट्यूड दिखता है, बंदे का विलिंगनेस दिखता है करने के लिए, नॉट बिकॉज दैट यू नो हाँ उसने मुझे 4 डिश अच्छी खिला दी, ओके चलो हम बनाना सिखा देंगे. खाना बनाने के ऊपर भी चीज़ है. देर आर अनदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो टू बी डन इन अ प्रोफेशनल किचन. इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट कुकिंग फूड, whether he is eligible for trainings, whether he will grasp, बहुत सारी चीज़ें.
ऐसे कौन से 5 स्किल्स विच अकॉर्डिंग टू यू आर मस्ट हैव कि एक हॉस्पिटैलिटी अगर आपको सक्सेसफुल करियर चाहिए तो आप में ये मतलब द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट 5 स्किल्स होने ही चाहिए?
पेशेंस, सेल्फ बिलीफ, उसके बाद में यू नो राइट एटीट्यूड
जी.
Third is willingness to learn and eagerness to help your peers and your colleagues, irrespective of their positions.
Done. और जो आज के टाइम में जो न्यू कमर्स हैं राइट, एज यू मेंशन कि इन्फ्लुएंशियल बहुत क्रिटिकली यू नो इट प्लेज एन क्रिटिकल part in their life, right? So what advice would you give to a newcomer to the industry?
So newcomer in the industry मैं उनको यही एडवाइस दूंगा कि जब आप आ रहे हो इंडस्ट्री में आपने अपना माइंड ओपन करके आना है. कि जब तक मैं हम बोलते हैं ना, आपने एक वो गोल सेट करना है कि मुझे वहाँ पहुँचना है, और आप हर रोज़ सोचते हो उसके तरफ कि मैं वहाँ जाऊँगा, वहाँ पहुँचूँगा। जब आप सोचते हो ना, रास्ते खुद ब खुद खुल जाते हैं। लेकिन जब आप कल की सिर्फ सोचते हो या आज की सिर्फ सोचते हो ना, आप वहाँ नहीं पहुँच पाओगे। 10 साल बाद भी नहीं, 15 साल बाद भी नहीं, 20 साल बाद भी नहीं, आप जाओ वहीं सड़ोगे। आई गिव यू सर्टेन एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ 1 or 2 of my batchmates who were good in studies at my time. Maybe I've got more percentage than me also in the bachelor's degree. But आज भी वो sous chef बन के बैठे, एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ लेवल तक पहुँचे नहीं। कुछ लोगों ने तो प्रोफेशन ही चेंज कर लिया, ये कर लिया, फिर MBA कर लिया, फिर मार्केटिंग, सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग, होटल में HR में घुस गए, सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में घुस गए, क्योंकि ये सबके बस की बात नहीं है। सो किचन एंड फूड प्रोडक्शन is that dignity that when you carry when you wear your chef jacket. For me, it's the power of the white jacket and it's the respect of that white jacket that you wear. So आज अगर मेरे को कोई बोले कि आपको दूसरा डेजिग्नेशन ले लो, मैं I will always be a chef and die as a chef. So that is what is in my blood, because I have worked towards my dreams and what I want to be, and I'm happy with what I'm doing. So वो अंदर से वो कंटेंट नहीं होगा ना आपको खुद से, आप नहीं पहुँच पाओगे कभी लाइफ में।
एंड शेफ, जब आपने अपनी इंटर्नशिप की, राइट, डू यू थिंक यू मतलब आई एम श्योर इंटर्नशिप के बाद यू मस्ट हैव वेंट टू द गो बैक टू द कॉलेज, तो उससे पहले सिंस आप पढ़ाई कर रहे थे, आप होटल में फर्स्ट टाइम गए, देन यू वेंट बैक, पहले इंटर्नशिप और इंटर्नशिप के बाद कुछ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ में चेंजेस आए?
मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू पहले से ही सही था, चेंजेस किसी में भी नहीं है। जिनके आए वो छोड़ के चले गए कोर्स,
ओके,
बाकी जो रिटेन हो गए वो हो गए। इज़ बिकॉज देयर वाज नथिंग दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, बीइंग द बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूट इन इंडिया, ऐसा कोई चीज़ नहीं है जो मैंने नहीं देखा है मेरे कॉलेज में, ऐसे कोई इंग्रेडिएंट नहीं है जो मैंने नहीं देखी, ऐसी कोई प्लेट नहीं है जो मैंने नहीं देखी है, ऐसी कोई चाकू नहीं है जो मैंने मेरे किचन में यूज़ नहीं किया, ऐसा कोई कलर का चॉपिंग बोर्ड नहीं है जो मैंने मेरे किचन में नहीं देखा है। सो when I go for my internship, it is not like a 6 months internship how HM has. We have a 14 weeks industrial training. That's a course designed in such a way where we do only food production and no generic departments.
Done. Moving to the next question, chef. What does not exist in the world but you would like it to?
Nothing exists. There are a lot of things that don't exist for me. I think there are a lot of technology, it's already coming into the kitchens, and rather than relying on manpower in today's time with such difficulties coming in, I feel you should have more solutions for having things done using a lot of technology and machineries. Like the convert thumbs have come, that's a savior for the chefs, so yes. Even work becomes 2 or 3 times and the productivity starts coming out, because when you're mentally free, your productivity starts coming out.
And we're talking about technology, right? Moving one step further, AI, right? बहुत बातें हो रही हैं, बहुत शोर है. Again, according to you, how is it going to help us as an industry?
See, it's got pros and it's got cons. प्रोज ये है कि कुछ भी डाला सारी हिस्ट्री जोग्राफी निकल के आती है.
Yes.
कॉन्स ये है कि मे बी यू गेट कॉट इन सच अ वे दैट वो चीज़ शायद इन्फॉर्मेशन सही भी नहीं हो, क्योंकि वो एंड ऑफ द डे खुद वो गूगल का प्लेटफॉर्म खींच के निकालता है डेटा
जी,
विकीपीडिया के थ्रू. सो बस वो एक चीज़ है दिखाने के लिए कि हाँ ये AI इंटीग्रेटेड है, ये चीज़ में ये है, बट एंड ऑफ द डे आपने हिस्ट्री जोग्राफी निकालनी है तो आप गूगल पे भी जाके निकाल सकते हो. तो वाई विल यूज़ AI? वो सिर्फ एक मिथ है, वो एक मार्केटिंग चीज़ है कि हाँ भाई नाउ द वर्ल्ड इज़ गोइंग टुवर्ड्स AI. सो आपने कैसे उसको ये करना है. तो सैमसंग पहला प्रोडक्ट था, मैंने AI फ़ोन निकाल दिया इंडिया वर्ल्ड का सबसे पहला
जी. तो
अभी सारे AI के पीछे भागने लगे बाकी कंपनीज में. सो वो है ना कि आपने क्या डिफरेंट कर लिया, उसने डिफरेंट कर लिया, मार्केटिंग गेम ही कमा ली. आज चैटबॉट AI, नोवा है, बहुत सारे ऐप्स है. आज हमें भी कुछ शॉर्टकट में निकालना है, पहले हम गूगल पे आते थे, आज हम उस पर लिखते हैं, वहीं से बस कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं अपना कंटेंट निकालते हैं, उसमें एडिटिंग करते हैं, हमको क्या क्या चाहिए, बस कहानी ख़त्म हो गई. So it is good in a way and it is bad also in a way, because according to what I have read also, AI is also pulling up a lot of data and it is actually losing a lot of people's jobs. But वो foolproof नहीं है. So people who are removing people from the job because of AI thinking that वो foolproof है, उन्होंने खुद ने अपना ब्रेन नहीं लगाया कि वो foolproof चीज़ है कि नहीं. Then why Google? हटा दो ना गूगल को, फिर आप खाली AI यूज़ करो ना. Why using Google?
All right. And a bit of a personal question this is, right? It is hectic, right? Sometimes our operations get hectic, stressful, busy, right? So how do you keep a balance between your personal life and professional life?
So see, personal life, I can say, operations are hectic, and especially during seasons and off seasons, hoteliers have no time to come in and no time to go out, irrespective of the position that you have in the industry. We don't do a 9 to 6 job. We don't have Saturday, Sunday chutti.
Yes.
But we always try to, whatever free time we get, we always do what we love. Like I like to, go for a small drive with the good music in the car.
Okay.
And, go grab my coffee.
So is that you're saying this is how you deal your stress?
So this is how I relieve my stress. I go home, I relax for some time, spend that time with myself, go watch some Instagram reels, maybe just have a small stroll on your own, so that you're tension free. Go enjoy a nice food in the house, because your shift is over and you are home now. You have to go tomorrow morning only. So you are that food also goes inside nicely.
Done. And chef, I mean, you have been chef for your life, right? बहुत खाना बनाते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, बट जब आपका डे ऑफ होता है, so do you go out? I mean, what does your off look like?
So for me, I complete my sleep on my off day.
All right.
And I like to go out for a nice coffee. I go take my laptop, maybe watch a Netflix series or something of that sort. Have my coffee, because I like to sit and have my coffee. But nowadays I've been ordering home. So वो जो वाइब होती है जगह की
जी,
वो है ना, एक वो निकाल ही देती है दिमाग से कि हाँ भाई मेरे को कुछ नहीं है आज मेरी छुट्टी है. And then maybe evening you go out for a couple of drinks with your friends. Maybe go chill for some time with your friends. Go have nice dinner at the place you want. So keep exploring food also in different places to understand what other people are serving outside. And why do your guests want to go to a standalone restaurant and not dine with you in all the majority of the cases? So, for that you have to go and do your own market study to understand कि वो क्या दे रहे हैं और हम क्या नहीं दे रहे. हाँ, मेरे पास है restrictions being a star category hotel and all those things. So, I cannot go and serve each and everything what a standalone is serving. But yes, then there are certain things which you can make it available and, you are not able to make it available. So, you can incorporate that, get ideas कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं, exploring places, exploring, different beverages. Like, there are different roasteries come up now. Concepts of roasteries, they roast their own coffee beans. Some is doing handcrafted, some have got international brands collaboration, तो उनके beans use कर रहे हैं. तो वो समझ में आता है कि अब क्या हो रहा है मार्केट में. So उस तरीके से I spend my day, spend my day with myself. And I always go to the salon once a week. I like to go pamper myself. That one day for myself where I do my pedicure, I go for my haircut, hair color, and all of those things. And then if all of this is not there, I usually go to a spa.
Right.
On my off day.
Done. And again, this one is again a personal question, और ये सिर्फ मेरा ही है. So whenever I go to a restaurant, right, dish order की आ गई, right, let's say I went with my parents, है ना, तो I always say कि not always, but अगर खाना वैसा नहीं है जो मैं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, मे बी फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री, राइट, जो एक एक्स्ट्रा बिट होता है, आपको हमेशा उस डिश के बारे में पता है कि राइट ये ऐसे ही होनी चाहिए और दिस इज़ हाउ इट इज़ सपोज टू बी डन, राइट, गलत हो गई मान लीजिए, राइट. सो व्हेन आई डू दिस देन मेरे पे आई मीन सिंस वी आर पंजाबीज, राइट, सो दिस नहीं खाला बहुत सोना है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी, है ना, मैंने तो बहुत टेस्टी लग रहा है, तो यू नो देन आई डोंट से, आई जस्ट पास इट ऑन, अच्छा चलो ठीक है आप बाहर आए हैं, लेट्स ईट इट. व्हाट डू यू डू अगर ऐसा कभी हुआ है आपके लिए?
ऐसा कभी होता है ना, तो मैं हमेशा, मैं ना मैं तो एक शेफ़ हूँ
जी.
मैं समझता हूँ एक शेफ़ का पर्सपेक्टिव क्या है, क्योंकि उसने अपने हिसाब से बनाया. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट देयर आर 10,000 रेसिपीज फॉर ईच एंड एवरी बटर चिकन. तो एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं, एक जेनरिक डिश बता रहा हूँ, अ बटर चिकन मे बी, या कढ़ाई पनीर, जिसने जो देखा उसने वो बनाया.
जी.
कितने लोग तो 3-4 ग्रेवियाँ मिक्स करके भी एक ग्रेवी बना देते हैं. बट कढ़ाई पनीर बोला, मालूम है अनियन कैप्सिकम फ्राई करके जाएगा, बंदे ने करके डाल दिया. आफ्टर टेस्ट उसने समझा नहीं, क्योंकि उसने जहाँ खाया मे बी वहाँ वैसा हो, तो उसने उससे अच्छा करने का कोशिश किया हो. तो फॉल्ट तो हमारी है जो हमने वर्जन्स निकाल दिए.
ओके.
हमने ही वर्जन्स निकाले और हम ही. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर टेस्ट बर्ड्स एंड योर पैलेट्स. बट येस, यू कैन ऑलवेज गिव द कॉल द शेफ एंड से मेरे को इस तरीके का चाहिए, और यू स्पेसिफाई हाउ यू वांट इट बिफोर टू योर ऑर्डर.
Right. Done. Thank you, chef. I mean, since we were talking about like podcast शुरू होने से पहले, you mentioned that you've recently visited Dubai as a culinary ambassador. Tell us about that experience.
So culinary. So I've been the senior member of the Emirates Culinary Guild and the Syrian Culinary Guild, Sharjah. So it's not in Syria; it is in Sharjah.
All right.
So these two guilds. So we recently finished our Expo Culinary 2024. So that's the biggest exhibition, Horeca exhibition, and the competition that we host by the world chefs in Dubai. Not now, from decades. And being the culinary ambassador for India, we had our annual meeting where we have our own elections, and we have a whole lot of talks with different vendors and different people who are interested in brand collaborations in India. Because if these guys give us that back end support of the ingredients, we can create magic. So we always try to have that meeting in a generic way where we give them and allow them a space. We network with each other. That is one day we get with our chefs also to network, that high tea, that coffee, and that small snack that we have. We sit with each other, and then maybe we go out together for a dinner or something, all of us together, because that's our day. Otherwise it's very difficult with a busy operation that everybody can meet under one roof. So it's once in a month that we do, and this annual meeting is done every 6 months and twice a year.
Done. And you are also positioned in many of the chef federation across the globe. I mean, how do you think it helps the industry?
So see, as I told you previously also, it's always what you give back to the industry is what you get back from the industry. Today, majority of the chefs don't want to give it back to the industry. They are happy with their own jobs. They say हम job के बाहर नहीं जाएंगे, but life वहाँ तक नहीं है. आप वही बच्चों को absorb कर रहे हो. And if you are not going to educate them, who's going to do that? I'm not only talking about bachas. What's your social life? Going out with your friends, okay, that's your personal social life. But what about professional life? आपने आपके colleagues के साथ जाना है, वो social life थोड़ी हुई.
जी.
But the fraternity of chefs is so strong across the globe. Why do you think that there are not many associations for other departments of the hotel, but only for the chefs everywhere? Why? So I'll tell you, I myself became a member of Vika in 2002, and at that time Chef Koilo was the president. 2017 I got inducted into Vika as a joint treasurer. After Chef Koilo was there, we re-registered the entire association, and we are the second largest association in India. And also coming with the Indian Federation, I'm also on the advisory board of the IHCL and also the executive board member of the Chefs Guild of India. So that way, like the Emirates Culinary Guild, the Syrian Culinary Guild Sharjah, also member of the HCL Romania, also senior committee member and advisory board for the Swiss Education, also the board member of the Israeli Chefs Association, and also associated with the Korean Association, and also now you can say elected as the vice president for the Asia chapter for the World Master Chef Society. That's the highest order of culinary merit. Being a MWCS from 6 years and recently got elected, the only Indian to be in the entire board or the entire committee across the globe, and that's the highest order of culinary merit what a chef can get. And also now getting the Chendi Rodi Ser, including, it's not only me, it's all the other Taj chefs also along in Goa, getting the Chendi Rodi Ser here to Goa now, and we are already in the process of getting it done and registering the Goa chapter. So, getting these activities happens that, we encourage budding chefs, we encourage the newcomers who've already joined the industry to come. And this is a platform where they network with chefs or they meet their mentors whom they look up to, and you have an interaction with them. Because I feel that you can, the way you interact in a social way with them than a professional way gets into their mind. And the generation is like that. If you give them a classroom lecture, they will feel, "Arey haan chalna, 1 ghanta baithna hai," we'll go after that. But when it's something in a casual way, it goes much more faster in their brains. So we keep having a lot of, see, these associations have become big bodies. The only reason is we keep having activities. We host competitions, we host exhibitions, we host contests, we have collaborations. Wow Hospitality, Bakery Pastry Base, Pastry Queen India, Cakeology, all these are certain events that Avika has been associated with also, and we've been associated as a the local partner, or the federation has been associated as the federation which is there, and we design the rules, the rule book, the committee designs. We get in the budding chefs, we get in a professional chefs from different hotels, different restaurants, because I don't want to leave restaurants also. The only reason being is because I feel that there are, how come these restaurants have come into Asia top 50, Asia top 30, bars have come into Asia top, that means they have some product. So the people who are doing it also needs to be encouraged. Just because they are not in a hotel, they are in a restaurant, you don't encourage them, that's not business. That's not what it feels like, right? So we call them also, and we have a networking, and we have our annual Chefs Connect, that's our IP event that we do every year, where that day is for chefs. You network, and then in the evening it's followed with cocktails where you're free to go meet your friends after years. Maybe he's got transferred from Bangalore to Mumbai, or maybe from Mumbai to Chennai. So when you meet, you have your old memories, college memories. Maybe he's your batchmate from college. Arey, we used to do this, you remember. So it refreshes, and then you go out in a different zone altogether, because that creates that peace of mind that yes, it is what we had to do.
Done. This is the second last question of the interview, right? What is your favorite interview question and why?
So my favorite interview question is basically the question that you asked me about the budding chefs at it, how you will think. See, because I feel, that is a very need of the hour in today's time. Not only me, in fact, as a fraternity, when we meet, when we talk, this is a major problem everywhere for us. The people are not having the right attitude. अब क्या हायर करोगे? देखो, भरना है ही और आप कर रहे हो, बट जब आदमी, एंड उसमें से भी देयर आर ओनली 5% हु गॉट द राइट एटीट्यूड जिनको आप आगे लेके जा सकते हो, बाकी
बिल्कुल.
सो वो सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आई फील दैट इनको खुद को चेंज करनी है. वो मैं इंकलकेट नहीं कर सकता, वो आपके एथिक्स है, वो आपके पर्सनल गोल्स है विच यू हैव टू इंकलकेट फर्स्ट. पीपल कैन फाइन ट्यून यू इनटू दैट. एंड होटल इंडस्ट्री 9 to 5 वाली है ही नहीं, और जिनको लगता है तो प्लीज़ आप मत कीजिए कोर्स, या मत आइए इंडस्ट्री में. डोंट स्पॉइल समबडी एल्सेज जॉब because you have got selected and somebody else has been kept on hold or rejected for that reason, balki he is more deserving. Maybe he might not be able to open up at what this guy is. As we spoke, everybody has different approach towards everything. कोई शाय होगा, कोई शायद सीनियर लेवल पे के सामने बात नहीं कर पाएगा, HR से बात कर लेगा, लेकिन एक एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ से नहीं बात कर पाएगा. उसको डिश मालूम है उसने क्या बनाई है, लेकिन एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाएगा. मे बी ही इज़ गॉट दैट फियर. वो आपको कर पाएगा मेरे जाने के बाद, लेकिन मुझे नहीं कर पा रहा.
नहीं कर पाएगा.
सो आपने ना पूरा एनालिसिस लगाना है. So ये मेरे लिए बहुत important है.
Done, chef. This is the rapid fire round now, right? So I'll say a word. जो भी आपके माइंड में पहला वर्ड आएगा you have to say it.
Okay.
ये डिस्क्रिप्शन में नहीं जा सकता. So I say one word, you say one or two maximum. ठीक है?
Done.
Should we start?
Start.
Hotel.
Hotel Taj.
Training.
Leela.
Team.
Team Kaitlyn's.
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone S24.
Mentor.
Mentor Sudhakar and Rao.
Holiday.
Dubai.
Guest.
Guest, I had done a VIP guest called Mr. Sachin Tendulkar when I had catered to him. So
Designation.
Designation, I am happy with executive chef.
Work.
Work, being a chef.
And weekly off.
Weekly off, I don't have any. All depends on operations.
Done, chef. Thank
Done.
you.
Thank you.
You so much,
Thank
chef.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
An absolute awesome and candid conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, I just cannot thank you enough, right, for taking
Anytime.
out time from your busy schedule.
Anytime, sir.
Right.
Most pleasure.
But thank you so much, chef.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.